Right now, Americans are deeply, deeply divided. That's what the media tells us. It's what politicians are telling us. Joe Biden ran on the campaign of uniting this deeply, deeply divided country. But folks, it turns out when you strip political ideology away from American citizens, and I'm not talking about actual beliefs, I'm just talking about party identification. When you strip party identification away from Americans, guess what? Most of us actually agree on pretty much issues across the board. A new poll from Data for Progress, actually this came out a while ago, but went under the radar. But anyway, this poll from Data for Progress shows that 60% of people on the left, middle, and right all agree that average Americans, working class people, do not have enough influence over our political process, over our politicians. Meanwhile, by roughly the same numbers, Democrats, middle-of-the-road people, independents, and Republicans all also said, group by group, by the same percentage, corporations have too much influence. That's a shared grievance that we all have. We don't have enough power. They have too much. And that's the kind of thing that unites us. Across the political spectrum, majority of people, which includes like 80 some odd percent of NRA members, support stricter gun control. Like even on that issue that we're told divides us greatly, it actually doesn't. We're all in agreement. We are not as deeply divided as they would have us think. Once you strip party identification away from people. And that's what we need to do. If you want to talk about healing this country, you want to talk about people actually coming together, get rid of the two-party system. Have 5 parties, 10 parties, 20, whatever it takes to make people feel a little bit more represented. Because you're going to find out if we were to get rid of just Democrats and Republicans and have everything across the spectrum, you're going to find yourself in agreement with people you never would have otherwise talked to if it was just us versus them. You're going to find yourself making alliances and compromises with groups you never thought you'd be able to sit at the table with. It's the two-party system that divides us. And it's also this two-party system that tells us that we have to be divided. But we are all united in our shared grievances against the two-party system, against the government. Not saying we want to overthrow it. No, that's stupid. There are people who we're not making amends with those folks. But in saying that it needs to represent us, it needs to work for us, it needs to do the things that we need to do, and it needs to stop coddling these multi-billion-dollar corporations. That is what people on the left, right, and everywhere in between want to happen. But it's not going to happen as long as those in power, whether it's within the media or in political power or the corporations, as long as they keep telling us that we need to be fighting the person next to us instead of the person overseeing us, it's going to stay the same. Wake up. We have disagreements with people on the right all the time. I will come on here and I will do videos and I will trash everything Republicans stand for. But at the end of the day, I also understand that when you look at the average person on the street and you see them wearing a Republican shirt, that doesn't mean that you have nothing in common. You take the party ID away and the party stupidity, because that's what the party stupidity is. When I talk about the stupidity here, that's where it comes from, the party. And when you strip that away, you have far more in common with that person than you think. And that is why this country is not actually nearly as divided as those super smart people in power want us to think it is.